just regular planes, ain't it? And then we have this.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Conspiracies slash creepy TikToks. And before we get into the video, leave a like, share, all that good stuff so we can make the algorithm pick this up, show more people the truth. And with that being said, let's get right into it.
Beyonce has been the biggest female artist in the world for the last 20 years. She was named the 8th greatest singer of all time by Rolling Stone, and she also has been nominated for 88 Grammy Awards, winning a whopping 32 of them. It's actually reported that Beyonce and Jay-Z are both tied for the most Grammy-nominated artists, as they each have 88 nominations. There aren't that many artists that make it to the level Beyonce has made it to. This is why she is seen as a queen, even being nicknamed Queen Bee, as she's clearly the queen of the music industry. Sitting next to considerably one of the most successful rappers of all time, Jay-Z, makes it even harder to deny. By now, if you're watching this channel, you should already know Beyonce didn't make it to this level because of talent and luck. She was chosen and put in place to become the biggest female artist of our time. The music industry and the world of the occult are one and the same. The biggest artists aren't just rappers and singers. They are occultists who are involved in ritual and ceremonial magic. Beyonce made it to the top by participating in it all. She has been showing signs of this for the last 20 years. Beyonce, like many occultist Masonic puppets, can be seen time and time again doing the one-eye symbolism. She can be seen covering one of her eyes by placing one hand over it. She can also be seen doing the Masonic all-seeing eye pose, or displaying open as day Saturn worship imagery. For those who don't know, Saturn was a god worshipped by the Romans. He was the god of agriculture, wealth, and war. He was also known as the god who ate 5 out of his 6 sons. For those that didn't know, the planet Saturn is named after the Roman god, and so is the day Saturday, which is really called Saturn Day. The Freemasons and occultists worship Saturn because of his close resemblance to Lucifer. Saturn, just like Lucifer, is seen as a liberator to occultists, seeing Saturn as just another representation of Lucifer. This is why we see so many celebrities displaying Saturn imagery. We have seen artists like Adele in the past displaying Saturn imagery, as she even has a Saturn tattoo. We can also find Doja Cat displaying Saturn imagery as well, as she can be seen holding Saturn in this photo. Beyonce can be seen with her ring behind her head. The ring symbol is used to reference Saturn since the planet has a ring orbiting around it. Beyonce is the female counterpart to Jay-Z. Together, they are the Masonic checkerboard floor. Beyonce the biggest female artist, and Jay-Z the biggest male artist. Duality at its finest. Jay-Z is looked at as a god in hip-hop, just like Beyonce in the pop world. With Beyonce, some people don't just see her as a god, they worship her like one too. Like I said in a previous video I made on Beyonce, believe it or not, there is a Beyonce church that worships her as a literal god. They worship Beyonce in a church service just like they would with the Lord. People see this and think nothing of it, but they don't understand what's truly going on. She was chosen by the hierarchy of Freemasonry. She was built up and put in place in order to manipulate the minds of the female audience. It's not a surprise that she's being worshipped. She was created for this. For the last few years, the industry has been using Beyonce to put out imagery that I can only interpret as apocalypse imagery. It all started back in July 2020, when Beyonce sat on top a white horse in the Black is King movie, and then in June 2022, she revealed the cover for the Renaissance album, showing herself on top of a silver horse. Then, in July 2022, Beyonce was seen on a red horse for the Vogue cover shoot, and then we saw her in August posing with a black horse for Harper's Bazaar. If you read the New Testament part of the Bible, then this should ring bells to you. Beyonce has been showing herself on all 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: pestilence, war, famine, and death. It's very interesting that this all started back in 2020, when the world changed forever. If you think this is a coincidence, think again. Everything happens for a reason. What happened in 2020 was a result of the plans that have been in motion for centuries. Beyonce is a part of the rolling out of those plans. This obvious apocalypse imagery coming from Beyonce is continuing on her new tour, which she called the Renaissance Tour. For the last few months, Beyonce has been on a major sold-out tour, jam-packed with her biggest worshippers. During this tour, Beyonce has been putting out some very interesting imagery that ties into all of the apocalypse imagery we have been seeing coming from Hollywood. The part of the show that caught my attention the most was the intro to the show itself. In this video of the tour that's shown online, I saw that they showed plenty of concerning imagery in the very beginning of the show. The show starts by displaying a solar eclipse on the screen before Beyonce is shown on the screen with a light revolving around her. The solar eclipse imagery is actually used by occultists to symbolize a start of a massive change. The pagans used to wait for solar eclipse in order to perform sacrifices, while other civilizations saw the eclipse as a signal of the end times. We then see what appears to be a portal in the middle of the stage with Beyonce's face shown in the middle of it. They then show an image of Beyonce laying on her side on the screen as she slowly turns into a robot. This is supposed to represent a rebirth, as she even states during the intro, "Welcome to my renaissance, my rebirth." The screen then transitions into a portal that shows Beyonce riding a pale horse, which is death. Another portal appears, and then we see what appears to be a fallen angel riding a rocket into a city. This is obvious apocalypse imagery, and it's interesting to see Beyonce putting this imagery out there while we are witnessing everything that's happening around us. She literally showed the pale horse, which represents death, and then showed a fallen angel riding a rocket into a city. The fans just sit there and cheer, not knowing what they're being exposed to.
Yeah, this stuff is crazy, man. It's just like the Travis Scott stuff, where they got the portal going on in the show and stuff. All these, I was never even interested in going to like concerts and stuff, bro. That stuff is it's rituals. That's all it is.
So now we have zombie fish. This is for entertainment purposes only. So you mean to tell me that first it was the zombie deer, now we have the zombie fish? I said, what in the fuck is going on? So now we can't even trust the food that we get out of nature. Y'all look at this fish right here, man. I see all these spots on the fish. But hold on. I kind of think I know where this came from. I remember a few months ago when that Montana train derailment happened and the chemical spills spilled inside of the water, and they had all these forever chemicals that stuck in the water forever. Could this potentially be what's affecting the fish all over the US?
Yeah, and don't eat those 1 cent burgers from Wendy's either, cause you don't know what's in that stuff. Yeah, I think it's all planned out, man. Like the train derailment with forever chemicals in the water. Yeah, this stuff is all played out. It's all planned out.
It actually blows my mind how nobody's talking about this.
In this industry, what you must understand is, when you do sell your soul, you are allowed to live forever. And these people that are called youngins, rookies, new booties, like I was, had no idea that these people still live.
You guys might think this is crazy, but you cannot say all these are a coincidence. This is literally an ancient Egyptian statue. This statue looks a lot like somebody. This is an exact replica of Michael Jackson. Here's another one. This is literally Elvis Presley. You literally cannot make this up. This is Barack Obama. And there's literally so many more examples of this. It's too many for it to be a coincidence.
This guy is cringe. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really find that funny at all. But yeah, I mean, it could definitely be true.
Oh, I got this one story I heard on TikTok. So there was a Japanese game show, right? A man, he applied to go on a game show, but he gets kidnapped and he gets put into a random apartment building.
That's a true story?
Yeah, it's a true story.
Sounds like a good show.
Wait. And in the apartment building, there's like a wall of magazines, like lottery tickets and like that. So in his mind, he's thinking like they're recording him and they're gonna cut the clips and cut all the stuff out and like make it into like episodes. But really, it's a whole live stream the whole time. And the goal of the game is to go through all the magazines. You know, they have sweepstakes and you have to scratch it off and you have to accumulate $1 million.
But he doesn't know that?
That's what he started figuring it out.
This ain't real. This is a show.
No, it did happen, bro.
It's a good show.
Bro, it took him over a year to finish it. And then once he finished, they kidnapped him again and bring him to South Korea and do the same exact thing. And it took him only a couple weeks to do it. And he never got to go home, never got to see the outside world. He's just been doing this for like a couple years or a couple months. And then they said they interviewed him. They was like, yeah, that really f***ed up his mind because he really hasn't seen the outside world for like mad long.
That is insane.
Yeah, I definitely heard about that shit too. The evil world we live in, for sure. Wicked.
So by now, I think most of us have heard about the Hollywood strike that has officially begun this week. In fact, it started back in May, but as of this week, everyone that's in the industry, writers, actors, all of them, they're all striking from here forward. Now, they're striking not only for more pay, but they're also striking because they want guarantees that AI is not going to replace them, basically. And I just want everyone to think a few levels deeper than what we're being told, because usually whatever we're being told is not exactly the entire picture. So there could be a handful of things happening right now. I mean, if you think about it, with AI technology, it's pretty terrifying these days, because anyone can recreate anything, like anything, anyone's face, voice, having them do anything. So they don't actually even need any of these actors anymore at all. So this whole argument could be to bring to the surface the fact that this technology exists, so that in the event that anything happens that any of these celebrities are involved in and that we see, they can simply use the excuse of, oh, well, that was AI, that's not me. And it may very well be. Like, we don't know. How are we going to know? Now, another theory is there's a lot of things happening in this world. There's a lot of chaos taking place. There's a lot of chaos that's about to take place. One thing a lot of people don't talk about is the magnetic north shift. And this is something that's proven to have been taking place. It's been moving a few inches every single year. It's been moving more lately. And the magnetic north shift is something that seems to have taken place in history multiple times. That's why you see different cities that are underwater, that were not underwater at one point in time. That may be why we're seeing a lot of the temperature shifts that are taking place, in addition to whatever they're doing with HARP these days. But it could very well be that there is some kind of catastrophic natural disaster that's taking place, and they're heading for the hills right now. And this is their perfect time to do that. And we may not ever see some of them again physically. So, I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but something to think about.
Yeah, the world is a stage at this point. Like, it's crazy. It really is.
All-white party. We saw him climbing in degrees. Some people also believe this was all Little Baby being put through some sort of humiliation ritual. In the past, I have stated that I don't believe celebrities are put through humiliation rituals because I hadn't found any evidence of it within Masonry. But a few things, including this party, have changed my mind. The first thing that made me rethink humiliation rituals was when I first looked into fraternities. All fraternities inspired by Masonry have a hazing humiliation ritual. Knowing that most fraternities are connected directly to Masonry, this made me rethink it all. This hazing ritual could be something Masons do at a certain degree. It could also mean that some of the strange, humiliating incidents that happen to celebrities could be tied to this humiliation ritual. I should actually take a closer look into all of this to see what I can find. If you guys want to see a full breakdown on this, common humiliation rituals below. People believe these photos of Little Baby show him being put through a humiliation ritual. One of those people pushing this narrative is actually a part of the industry and is no other than DJ Academics. Academics, who wasn't at the party, went onto his live stream and called out Little Baby for being initiated at the all-white party.
Now, let me tell you this. Whether you want to like me or not, whether you want to believe me or not, I'm in this quote-unquote industry. By force, I always say. I don't think they welcome me. I kicked the door down after I picked the lock 20 weeks. But I'm here. When I say this Michael Rubin white parties, I'm getting ritual vibes. Trust me, I'm not one of the motherfuckers think everybody sold it. So somebody made a video of me saying I took an oath. Like, what oath is this? Like, what oath did I take? But I do get a little bit weary when I see certain things that I just don't understand. If you ever want to find Meek Mill, you're going to find with the guy right here, Michael Rubin. Every time I see this, it's always a humiliation ritual. Yeah, I got to be honest with you, man. I keep telling you this weird. Is this a humiliation ritual? Then I ask y'all the question. Did Lil Baby sell out or did he cash out? And here's my thing. Again, maybe the check is so big that you don't mind getting put in a reverse double stuffed Oreo look. And you don't mind getting, like, being seen that you're in, like, some humiliation ritual. Maybe the check is that.
As you heard for yourself, Academic states that this is a humiliation ritual that Little Baby is being put through. Recently, Academics has been exposing some of the secrets of the industry, and I believe it may have something to do with the fact that he saw my video I made about him exposing that he took the oath. He has acknowledged on 2 occasions that someone made a video about him saying he took the Masonic oath. During his stream, he states this and then tries to dismiss it all, only to then go on and state that this party was a humiliation ritual. It appears that just like Kanye, Academics is playing both sides. He is exposing the industry, all while he's a part of it and benefiting from it. He still promotes all the artists the industry tells him to promote. I believe Academics just wants his fans to think he is not a Masonic puppet, when we all know he is. It is 100% possible that this was a humiliation ritual, a form of hazing done to Lil Baby. Lil Baby will now make it to the next levels that rappers like Travis Scott and eventually Drake is on. This is why Lil Baby was being shown performing with Drake in front of a giant pyramid on a screen behind them. They literally had the Masonic all-seeing eye on a screen behind them at the party. It couldn't be more obvious than this. This was a Masonic initiation ceremony. Speaking about Drake, we can see this photo showing Drake doing the one-eye symbolism pose while throwing up the 666 hand gesture. Same thing we can see from Meek Mill, also throwing up the same symbol. Just look at the people who attended this all-white party. Many of the same names we have covered in the past. Tom Brady was there, and we recently exposed him for admitting his wife was a witch who did witchcraft for him to win his football games.
Also, I don't really care what y'all think or what y'all say, but Tom Brady was like tongue kissing his son like multiple times. Y'all let me know if that's normal to y'all. That's crazy.
Leonardo DiCaprio was also there, and I recently exposed him as he himself admitted on German TV that he was a Freemason. We also saw Jay-Z and Beyonce there, and we exposed both of them in the past for being open occultists. DJ Khaled was there too, and we also exposed him for admitting to selling his soul on Jimmy Kimmel. Not surprising at all, Lil Uzi Vert was there, and he straight up admits he sold his soul and is serving the devil. Meek Mill was there as well, and even though I haven't made a full video about him, we can find tons of evidence of Meek Mill being a Masonic puppet. Travis Scott was there too, the Masonic puppet who held the giant ritual event that the masses somehow forgot about. All of those that attended the all-white party took the Masonic oath, and they're all Masonic puppets. 50 Cent, who didn't attend the party, basically outed it as being a party where strange disturbing things happen. 50 stated that he doesn't attend any party where Diddy is a part of. Even though it's unclear if Diddy was there, 50 Cent was referring to Diddy's all-white party, where a lot of rumors have spread. Many people believe that Diddy, who is one of the gatekeepers of the industry, takes advantage of male artists at these parties, demonstrating his dominance. We might not know exactly what took place at this party, but one thing is for sure, it's connected to Masonry, and it was an initiation ceremony. Those who attended were invited because of their affiliation. It is not a coincidence that Masons believe white is the color of the gods, and they then host an all-white party full of celebrities that are worshipped like gods.
Blasphemy. This is nothing new. We already know all these people are sellouts. Nothing surprising here.
Let's watch this entertaining Simpsons episode.
I'd like to
This
call
like
to
my
order the
favorite
secret conclave
episode.
of
Everybody
America's
just had
media
to show
empires.
it with the world.
We're here to come up with the next phony baloney crisis to put Americans back where they belong.
Just
in
listen.
dark rooms, glued to their televisions, too terrified to skip the commercials.
Well, I think...
NBC, you are here to listen and not speak.
Yeah, just not speaking.
I think
just
we should
listen.
go with a good old-fashioned
Take
public
orders.
health scare.
A new disease. No one's immune. It's like the summer of the shark, except instead of a shark, it's an epidemic. And instead of
Wow.
summer, it's all the time.
I love that part.
Now, I hate to be the guy who derails what everybody else
He
loves.
loves being that guy.
But, Janice, we do have standards. This can't be a made-up disease. The only moral thing to do is release a deadly virus into the general public.
We do have something we've been holding on to, but it hasn't been tested. Get over here, NBC.
Well, we certainly believe in testing.
This is like my favorite part of the episode.
Wow.
Don't y'all love this Simpsons episode?
So, we've got our deadly disease. Now, we just have to blame it on something that's in every household, something that people are a little bit afraid of already. House cat flu is coming, people. The Center for Disease Disinformation predicts with some degree of probability that the house cat flu might spread in the following hypothetical outbreak pattern. So petter beware, that warm body on your lap just might be ready to destroy
just
your
watch
tender
it.
vittles.
Just watch it. Don't y'all love that episode of The Simpsons? Like, that's a great episode.
It's all happening. Everything is unfolding right before our eyes.
Thunder is literally ultimate proof that we live under God's firmament dome and that the Bible is true. Completely disproving this. Check this out.
Something to think about. Like, why does it echo?
Aliens in Peru. Why do we keep seeing aliens? Why are they pushing aliens? Why?
Aseguran que extraterrestres invadieron su comunidad y aunque se defendieron a tiros, las balas no les hacen nada. Este impresionante video captó ese instante en que los habitantes le disparan a los supuestos seres, como ven, medio de la noche. Los vecinos dicen que están
I don't see nothing.
Ellos describieron a los entes como gigantes que miden casi 7 pies de altura y que visten trajes que parecen de astronautas. Vamos a escuchar.
Son extraterrestres estos señores, son vestidos con blindados, son tipo del hombre verde que persigue al hombre araña, igualitos, son señores. Yo les valió 2 veces y no caen, en vez de que cae se eleva y se desaparecen, señores.
Los miembros de la comunidad están haciendo vigilias por las noches para protegerse y tratar de capturar a los supuestos seres extraterrestres que dicen habrían atacado a una joven. La verdad es muy extraño este caso.
They're basically saying that there's like 7 to 8 foot creatures that are attacking people that when being shot at, they don't even flinch. Like, bullets don't do anything to them. And the guy was just explaining how they attacked a girl.
Alien 2 times, and the bullets just came back out, and then he levitated. And the news is running with this, and they didn't see one alien. I didn't see one alien in the video. Supposedly, one alien took a girl.
And for some reason, they keep pushing this stuff. When you go on the news or anything like that, all you see is aliens. It's everywhere.
It honestly blows my mind how nobody is talking about this. Watch this video of Black China's mom and pay very close attention to what she has to say.
Black China's mother is scaring me. So Tokyo Tony, who's Black China's mother, is claiming that the Illuminati has Black China, and because of this, she feels that she's marked for death. She's made some big claims about her own daughter, saying that she feels absolutely terrified of her because she thinks that she's going to sacrifice her for the Illuminati. When the Illuminati come for Angela, because they gonna come. They gonna come.
Illuminati?
Nothing I can do.
Nothing you could do.
I don't ever want to go around my daughter again. Not alone. Not without 2 pistols and a pit bull. I feel marked for death with her. Because they do these things so they can get up. I'm definitely afraid of her. I swear to God, she would sacrifice me. Furthermore, what is she doing at the Grammys? For what? This is too much.
Find God. The only way to be saved is through Christ.
Stop scrolling. A new study done by Meta shows that human sperm will be approaching 0 by 2045. Here's another one. Most couples will be infertile by 2045, experts warn. You guys see the agenda. How about this one from Politico? No more babies. The hormone-altering chemicals threatening human procreation. And then they tell you right here, sperm counts are set to reach 0 in 2045. It says here, most men by 2045 may no longer be able to reproduce because of the impact of hormone-altering chemicals. This has a lot to do with the foods you eat, your water supply, hormone-disrupting chemicals found in plastics, electronics, food packaging, pesticides, personal care products, and cosmetics. Sperm counts in men have literally dropped by 60% in 40 years, which is why the average man is 20% weaker than 30 years ago. And guess what? An estrogenic woman is often attracted to a man with high testosterone levels, and vice versa, because this makes for prime reproduction. So if you're not doing everything you can in your power to combat the attack on your hormones, you will be part of the statistic.
Yeah, this is crazy stuff, man. I wouldn't doubt it, because, you know, everything has all these chemicals and stuff in it that's made to kill you. Let me know what y'all think.
People, you're saying dropped dead because our climate emergency is such. What do they die from? What did they actually die from that was related to the heat in 2 days?
So that figure was from the World Health Organization, which I hope you can agree is a respected body.
I don't.
And they died from...
I don't. I think the World Health Organization has absolutely baked in profit motives and control motives to want us to believe all of this. But but we all want British people to live a good, healthy life. We don't want 1,700 people dropping dead over 2 days. Why did how did climate kill these people?
Okay, so there's a variety of different factors, right? And in this case, it was because of the extreme heat. People died from heat.
People died from extreme heat. Really? Come on now.
Now let's watch to see what Google Maps picked up on. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now let's zoom in. Let's zoom all the way in.
I hate to interrupt like that, but every time I see this, I almost laugh in my head, bro. Notice how the globe is a cartoon. It's like CGI, and then the pictures of the world are real. Why can't the pictures of the globe be real too? Don't we have satellites taking pictures from space?
Prepare your minds for what you're about to see as we come in closer and closer and closer. So as we can see ships and planes and jets, and yeah, it's just regular planes, ain't it? And then we have this. What the fuck is this? Is that an invisible plane? A cloaked plane? Y'all see it for y'all own eyes.
It could be that Google Maps is like glitching or something, but it could be an invisible plane.
Have you all seen the rise in people going live pretending to be AI because it's drawing such a massive crowd of watchers and gifters? Now I want you all to actually think about that for a second. Viewers on here with money that want to tip. It's not enough for them to play video games and see NPCs. They want to see humans pretending to be NPCs that will react to the gifts that they're giving. Do you all not fully understand how they're using these apps and technology against us worse than ever? The humiliation that's taking place and the amount of people that are like, I don't care. I'm going to make money doing this. People want to tip me. That's fine. So they spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours going live to get tipped, and they're doing the exact same things. You know, they're doing the motions, and then, yummy, donut. Thank you for the flower. I almost have enough to make a bouquet. Maybe I should do it. Now more than ever, we need to be separating ourselves from the love of money. We need to be teaching anyone that's teachable. If we have kids, We need to be teaching them and helping them understand the importance of life and free thinking and a relationship with Jesus. Now, money in and of itself isn't a bad thing, but where does this end? Like, the signs are everywhere with where this is going, and it's terrifying. Like, people really need to get their priorities straight.
100% agreed. Let me know what y'all think about that TikTok trend. I think it's weird. It's weird as F.
Is it possible that these actors and actresses are possessed by demonic spirits who have a specific agenda to fulfill? Oscar award-winning actor Denzel Washington told 60 Minutes exactly how he brings forth his best performances.
Basically what I did was got on my knees and sort of communicated with the spirits. And when I came out, I was in charge.
Powerful scene.
Powerful scene. I couldn't have acted that. I couldn't have written that down and made a decision to play that.
What, are you gonna smoke that?
Nope, you are.
Hell if I am.
Yeah. You're Jesus freak. You're Jesus freak.
The one-woman entertainment empire known as Oprah has strong affiliations with the demonic realm. The most familiar face on television says,
"You can not only use your body and physical self. This is how I see acting. I ask my body to be the carrier for the spirits of those who have come before me in a way that is most meaningful to the character. Just become the vehicle for that character."
Calling out for these entities to take her over so that she may become a sparkling puppet, Oprah admits of her work before the camera.
I tried to empty myself and let the spirit inhabit me.
With her global influence, her shows have become a smorgasbord for the New Age agenda.
Speak about this all the time. These people are all demonic and Satan worshippers. They let demons into their bodies so they can control them and do what they gotta do. Sad times we live in. But I appreciate y'all if you watched all the way through. And leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff if you enjoyed. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.